All right, so we started off with AppSumo.com, which was Groupon for geeks. So AppSumo is basically like a bi-weekly newsletter. We promote awesome press. So if you go to AppSumo.
I'm going to go to that right now.
Yeah. So yeah, AppSumo.com. We actually have ClassPass on there, which is super popular. So I'm not even explaining how I came up with it, but basically AppSumo, we have 1 million people, email subscriber, and twice a week we send out amazing deals. Eamon, Ullman, find amazing deals, and they promote them to like ClassPass. We've done.
Who wrote this? You wrote this?
I know Eamon and their team writes it. They run the whole thing separately.
Got it.
So we started with this, and then we started doing a lot of these giveaways to grow our email list to the 1 million people that we have now. Yeah. And these guys have done amazing with AppSumo.com. And so if you're an entrepreneur, definitely go sign up. It's free. You find awesome products. You discover new things. Through this, we kept doing giveaways to grow our email list. And then we're like, hey, this is working insanely well. What if we sold that as a product so we can control and predict our revenue better? And that's where King Sumo came out.
Got it.
So King Sumo was our giveaway software. And then we're like, hey, we've actually built even more tools than that. But and that's actually the main thing we focus on now. We have all these marketing tools that we've created that helped us grow this business to a very healthy 7-figure business. And that's what's become SumoMe.com, which is marketing tools to grow your website. So specifically around email, growing your email list or leads, and getting more shares.
More people are getting into email now.
Oh, it's the best channel. It's the only marketing channel you really should be prioritizing.
Why? Why is email the only marketing channel you should prioritize?
So let's just think about the alternative. So you grow your Facebook channel, right? Like how many people are, let's just look you up. Like go to your Facebook page for like this, for Twist. Wow, you're a fast typer. I like it. That's actually one of the hiring interview questions I always ask. What's your typing speed?
My typing speed about 100 words a minute.
It's clearly fast. I'm impressed. The one thing though, on your guys' laptops, you got to change your mouse speed. This mouse speed is so slow.
Yeah.
You got to change the tracking speed, everyone. Change your tracking speed. So anyway, so like let's just do an example. So go to your This Week in Startups. Yeah. So how many? You have 24,000 people. Yeah. And you posted this an hour ago, and you have 24 views. Let's keep going. See, look at Facebook. They've got their own pop-ups. People saying pop-ups are dead. Look at Facebook. So look, 15 views, 24 views, 40 views. What are the rest of the 23,000 people doing all day? Sorry if I'm yelling.
Yeah, well, no.
What the fuck are they doing all day? And so I'm like, all right, I work so hard to get all these likes, and I have all these followers. Like on Twitter, I have 50,000 followers. I post something, 200 clicks. And guess what? They want you. So Facebook and Google want you. They want to limit you from anyone going to your site. They want you to pay to play.
Yeah.
So think about this. And I always
change the rules. They told
change
everybody
the rules every week. So imagine running a business where they're changing the rules.
No, it's a disaster.
You need to create a scalable channel of communicating with your customers. There is no scalable channel besides email to communicate with your customers. Mail physically is expensive. Salespeople is a big overhead. You can't go door to door. Phone calls, same shit, right? With Twitter, Facebook, Google, they limit and change the rules so that you have to pay them to communicate with your customers.
This is why journalism is so screwed in publishing, because they invested so heavily in SEO on Google's platform, and then Google changed the rules and killed everybody. Then Facebook, they invested in social. And then what did Facebook do? They changed the rules.
Mark's like, oh, I'm hungry today. Maybe we'll change it over here.
Yeah, we'll get some money. And then you have to pay. So to me to reach my 25, I got to pay.
So why we've built our tools is that it is BS. And imagine running a business where it's on quicksand. You wouldn't never build a house on quicksand, but you're building a business. Rules are changed. You can't do what you have to do. And guess what? You have to pay now. It's to talk to your own customers. So email is the only thing that you're like, I know how many are opening it. I know how many are clicking. I know who exactly they are. And it's the only scalable way that you can actually directly communicate, consistently educate, and sell your customers. So SumoMe, to me, it's free to start. It's the best toolkit that you can use for growing your email list, having shares, and then marketing tools, essentially, for an online website. And so it's the stuff that we've used to grow our own business, and now we have 150,000 active sites a day using it.
Let me just take a quick moment to tell all the startups listening that Scott Walker is an amazing attorney. I know because a lot of my incubator companies and investments use Scott Walker, and we just had a discussion about law firms on our discussion, our secret discussion group, and people were talking about how much they love working with Scott Walker and the Walker Corporate Law Firm. They're a boutique law firm specializing in the representation of entrepreneurs and startups, and they encourage fixed fees. They believe billable hours reward inefficiency, and they just love to tell you this is what it's going to cost. How refreshing is that as an entrepreneur to not have that sticker shock, to not have that fear of opening up the PDF from your law firm and getting that ridiculous surprise that they went 3 times over. You're not going to have that happen with the Walker Corporate Law Group because they do fixed fees, and all their lawyers have a decade or two of experience. No junior associates who are getting on-the-job training with your startup. They do mergers and acquisitions, licensing arrangements, terms of service, privacy policies, and they just love working with startups. The founder, Scott Ed Walker, is a total mensch and just a lover of startups. I've known him for a long time. He comes to all my events, and he's indefatigable in his support of founders. You can give him a call right now, 415-979-9998. 415 is San Francisco, 979-9998, 979-9998, or email Scott at Walker Corporate Law, Scott at WalkerCorporateLaw.com, or visit WalkerCorporateLaw.com. And you can follow Scott Ed Walker on the Twitter, at Scott Ed Walker. And everybody go ahead and thank at Scott Ed Walker on Twitter if you're a super fan, because he has been, I think he's the longest running partner of the show. So thanks again to Scott Walker for representing my companies and doing a great job at it.